session. We'll go ahead and get right into questions. We're going to start with Becca. She's from Mavs Social.
Hey Josh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. So what does it mean not only to play on Christmas Day, but to play on Christmas Day in your second NBA game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome, just being able to experience that. It's crazy because actually when I came from Australia, I came to America for a holiday, and I came to watch Kobe and LeBron play on Christmas Day in the Staples Center. So I think it's going to be an awesome experience being able to do that.
Okay, Brad?
Well, I was going to ask you a different question, but I'm intrigued by what you just told us about that. Can you tell us more about that experience?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, my favorite player was always Kobe. I always used to like to pretend like I was, him in the driveway, counting on a shot clock and everything like that. So one Christmas time, it was probably the best Christmas present ever. We were able to come and watch that game, and, it was awesome. It was surreal. So, to think that I'm going to be able to play Christmas Day in the Staples Center, I think it's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Brad, you can ask your other question if you'd like.
Well, I was going to ask you in general, do you feel like you're completely ingrained, or does the fact that, you guys can't go 5-on-5 kind of leave you sort of feeling at loose ends a little bit in terms of ingraining yourself to the team?
I think, the way I play and the way I try to play as far as being a team player, I think it's helpful in that sense that, I feel like every single time I get on the court, my goal is just to play 100%. So obviously there's a lot more I still have to learn, but, for the most part, I'm just ready to go out there and compete and do whatever I can to help the team win.
Okay, Jessica?
Hey, Josh. You're obviously known for your defense. What are you looking forward to playing against, to elevate your game against these NBA players, especially like Luka, and how that can grow your game?
Yeah, I mean, I think, the Mavs are a very talented team, whether it's Luka all the way to the vets with, Jay Rich and, James Johnson, all these type of players. I think just being able to learn from them, on the court and off the court, I think can only help me out. So, whether it's defensive or on the offensive end, it's been awesome. Tim Hardaway Jr. as well. So for me, just continue to grow every single day and become the best player I can be.
Okay, we've got Dana. She's from Fox Sports Southwest, our local broadcaster. Dana, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Hey Josh, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Are you there now? You got me? Okay, thanks. I wanted to dive a little deeper into the defensive side of your game. You've been described as having the tools to be an elite defender at this level. Can you describe your skill set on that side of the ball, what you always try to work on, and how you'll be competitive at this level?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts off the court, from being able to watch film on the certain players you're going to be playing against and, being able to learn certain, things that they do. But, for me, I enjoy playing defense. A lot of people don't really enjoy that side of the court, but for me, I really do. So I think, with defense, there's so much to learn from and being able to pick up from other players. And, I think a lot of it comes down to being able to break down film and, be able to see, who you're playing against.
Okay, Coop, he is the voice of the Mavs on Mavs Radio. Chuck Cooperstein, go ahead, Chuck.
Hey Josh, how you doing? I'm wondering. I know, Sean Miller runs some pretty tough practices at Arizona. I'm curious the biggest difference between a Sean Miller practice and a Rick Carlisle practice.
To be honest with you, both of them is a lot of defense. Going into Arizona, it was a lot of defense, and Coach Carlisle, he enforces a lot of defense here as well. So for me, for the short time I've been here, I've loved both practices. You get a lot out of being able to do team defensive, schemes and whatnot. So for me, I think it's just a higher level, a much higher level of players and physicality wise. But apart from what we're learning, it's kind of similar as far as our team's defensive concepts.
Okay, Ari from, I believe, University of Arizona.
Okay, hi Josh. I'm the assistant sports editor with the Daily Wildcat at the U of A. I was just wondering, out of your 1 year here at U of A, like out of anything you learned, whether it be from Sean Miller or any of your other teammates, what do you look forward to kind of translating from college to the NBA out of anything that you learned during your 1 year in Utah?
I would say just the little things matter. I think there's a lot more than what the stat sheet shows on the after every single game. And for me, I feel like if I'm able to be able to do that and do the things which really don't go too noticed, it helps the team out a long way. And just continue to just help out your team and do whatever you can to help out your team. When you get to a high level, whether it's in college or NBA, not everybody can shoot the ball, every single time. So. For me and for a lot of young players coming up, it's being able to figure out what you can do to help the team win. And because at the end of the day, your main goal should be winning the game.
Okay, Eddie?
Josh, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Okay, good. This has been obviously a crazy year in the late draft and no summer league and none of the usual rookie things that you get to kind of get acclimated in. What's the last 2, 3, 4 weeks been like for you? And is your head spinning, or is this kind of just now like any other training camp?
Well, this is my first NBA training camp, so I don't know what other ones are being like. But for me, like the last 2 or 4 weeks, it's been hectic. From being out to get drafted, to the Mavs, to everything unwinding, being out to come out here, find a place, all that. But, my main focus right now is just practice, making sure I'm practicing as hard as I can and just being out to learn as much as I can. And, I think the other stuff, comes later on. But for now, my main focus is just playing as hard as I can and just practicing as hard as I can.
Okay, we're going to circle back to our Fox Sports Southwest Patriots for the last two. Jessica, go ahead.
Hey Josh, I just want to know what your relationship with Dwight Howard is like. I know you guys had the background IMG Academy.
Yeah, I mean he's a great vet for the team. A really nice guy. But I could say the same for everybody on the team. I really feel like the team. They're all super cool. Super welcoming, and I love it. All the teammates are being amazing to me. So, but Dwight's he's a very nice guy, and it's cool that we both went to IMG for sure.
Okay, and our final question will be with Dana.
Yes, Josh, I just wanted to ask you if you could relive the moment when you did get the call from the Mavs and Mark Cuban on draft night, and share that as well as the experience of being at home for this draft versus what would have normally been in a ballroom somewhere.
Did you say to reenact it or recall it?
Oh no, just
Okay.
just tell us what it was like.
All right. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I can react to it for you. No, it was awesome, Coach. I got a call. I got a call from my agents at like the 16th or 17th pick, and the Mavs are being a team which I've been on my agents. I'm like, what are the Mavs thinking? Where are their heads at? So for me, when I got that call at the 16th, 17th pick, and my heart was beating like crazy. And when they told me that the Mavs were going to pick me, it was one of those feelings. I was so shocked. It's something you dreamed of doing your whole entire life, and to be able to come to an amazing program like this, it was something I really couldn't even explain. I was very starstruck.